name is ZeBirdBrain, and today we are talking about Harmony 24, but more specifically, the 3D updates, because oh my god, I'm so excited for this, okay? Like, 3D has not had a huge update in Harmony and Storm Pro since, like, I don't know, it's been a while. So 3D really needed to be updated, but 3D is a pretty hard subject to tackle. So I guess Toon Boom didn't want to, like, rush it and deliver something broken and not working, right? So I guess they took their sweet time to make sure that it was pretty solid, and honestly, it's pretty cool. If you're running on the released version, like the first Harmony 24, like version 0.00, stop what you're doing right now, update, because the 3D has had a lot of fixes during the summer. Like, fixes that really make, like, the visual better and just, like, a better experience altogether. Because if you're using, like, the release version of Harmony, you might look at your bones, because yes, there's bones now in Harmony, and they're all gonna be, like, fucked up. Because you just, like, explode out of your rig. So if you're using Harmony and you upload a rig and all the bones are crazy, update your software. So, disclaimer said, let's get into the video. As you can see, one of the biggest updates that came with Harmony 24 in terms of 3D are the bones. Like, you remember in my old videos, I was like, yeah, this is Harmony, you can have 3D, but if you have a rig, forget it. Back in the other versions of Harmony, you could have 3D models, and you could animate these models, but you could only animate, like, the solid pieces. So I could take, like, a feet, but I couldn't bend anything. So in Harmony 24, now if you have a rig that was made in Maya or Blender, it supports both, you can load it in the software and you will see these cool little bones. So disclaimer number 2, 3D is very deep. I could, like, make 5 tutorials about it. I'm just making one because I want this information to be out in the open, but I'm gonna make specific videos about all these little nook and crannies that I can find, but this is gonna be like a broad overview. So when it comes to Harmony 24 and 3D, one of the updates is that you can import rigs with bones. Disclaimer though, these rigs needs to be really simple. If you have any types of constraints, NURBS, handles, blend shapes, or like inverse kinematics, Harmony is not going to be able to read it. So you have to take it as this is the first step into reading rigs in Harmony, okay? 3D software, they have like 30 years of experience. For Harmony, it's the first version. Honestly, for a first edition of like 3D rigging readability, this is freaking impressive, okay? It's very nice. I think it's useful. I've been using it for almost a year now, and it's really nice. So it's really helpful to be able to take your model and, like, be able to bend it and make it do, like, silly things. Because then if you're using this for references, then you can just, like, use it to draw, okay? Other things, Harmony also now comes with a toon shader, okay? So if you have your 3D model, my chimkin, and I go into my node view, you can simply type enter toon shader, and you can take it and you can just, like, whoop, put it under, and you're gonna see, wow, we have a toon shader. And if you can't really see the lines, you can also go into the toon shader's property. You can go there and you can make the line width thicker. You can also change the color. If you're a madman, you can, like, change the color here, or you can just double click on this box and change the color. I'm gonna use a very bright red because I want to burn your eyes. Yes, like that. And the other thing that is so cool is that you can have a grayscale, and at the moment I have 0 posterizing levels, but if I make it go higher here, if I have 1, it means that you're gonna have only 1 new color into your shading, so then it's just black and white. If I do 2, I'm gonna have black, gray, and white. Black, gray, less gray, and white. So you see, each time I go up, you're gonna be able to shade your model like this, and this is so useful if you're trying to get the lighting right of your character. Of course, it's just using Harmony's, like, built-in lighting. You don't have a light source for now. Maybe in the future we're gonna have one, but, you know, just to get a broad look of, like, the shapes and the volumes, it is so useful. Okay, so toon shader, very simple to use. So the rules, very simple. It's this silhouette of your models, as well as if you have, like, 2 pieces that cross one another, it's gonna create a line, and that's it. So as you can see here with the wings, because it's just one geometry of the chicken, I don't get, like, the individual wing. But, you know, that's fine, I don't care. The other thing that is amazing with the new 3D update is that you can now render with Maya. So I'm going to show you this with a scene that I have on my computer. So as you can see here with this beautiful 3D model that I built this and I rigged it in like 2 nights, okay? So no judgment. If I press here on this little blue flower, you're going to see that this render is made with Maya. It can also be made through Blender. So basically, the fact that you can render with Maya is not new. It's been there for a long time, but it's been updated, okay? So now in Harmony 24, you can also render with Blender, and this is a new thing. So Maya or Blender are gonna render. I'm gonna make a full video just on the rendering. I just want to like update you very fast. And one of the biggest change, and it's a game changer, is that in the past when you used to render, you would click on a new frame, it would take forever because Harmony would need to launch Maya in the background for each frame. So like basically each frame, Harmony would open Maya, render, close Maya. Next frame, open Maya, render, close Maya, okay? That's how it is in Harmony 22 and before. So a render is gonna take forever. In Harmony 24 and after, so at the moment, if you render, the first frame is going to take forever because it needs to open either Maya or Blender. But once it is open, as long as your scene stays open, like your Harmony scene, it's not going to close the 3D software. So the first frame will be long to render, but after that it's going to be faster because you won't need to open the software all the time, okay? The biggest disclaimer I have to say, and this is unrelated to like Harmony or Toon Boom, but if you render through Maya, you have access to the technology that is called deep image, which means that if I take the arm of this robot, and I place it in front of the TV screen, like Harmony understands that what I drew is in front of the TV screen and behind the arm, and Maya also understands it. If you work with Blender, because Blender doesn't quite understand deep image, this technology that allows you to like sandwich 3D and 2D and stuff together basically, Blender doesn't understand that. So it means that you're gonna have to choose if your 2D add-on is in front or behind your whole 3D model. You will not be able to sandwich anything in it. Like I said, I'm gonna cover this in more details into a next video about rendering specifically. And the last update about 3D is that now if you draw, you can also draw in an angle. So you see this little layer with the face of my computer dude? Back in the other versions of Harmony, if you tilted a layer, you could not draw on it anymore. But now even if your layer is tilted, you can still draw on the layer. And it's going to like keep in the right angle. Okay? Pretty sweet. And by the way, if you draw on a 3D model, you can also link your drawings to the bone so that they're gonna follow the objects around. But like I said, this is just a broad overview. I hope you enjoyed. Have a nice day.